of how to navigate life and business.
All right, Henry
Church and
McClure
business.
Live.
So marketplace ministry helps them with that.
We got some guests in the house. We're not gonna go live today because I'm having a little trouble picking it up. But we're gonna film. We're gonna record today's show,
Okay.
and then it'll get uploaded to Facebook and to my YouTube channel.
Once again, it's time for the Speaker Factor.
We got Marshall in the
I'm
house
at the
right over
Glass
here.
House Studios with Henry McClure, who we were describing as the impeccably attired Henry McClure.
Today I'm promoting Fit
Today
Excavation.
He's garbed in his Fit Excavating T-shirt. So in terms of impeccable attire, I guess I'd submit myself as an example of that, were it not for the fact that the shirt that I'm wearing is extremely old. However, I will.
White dudes for Harris. Look at
I'll
him.
draw your attention to this designer ball cap, since this is the last time we'll be doing this before the election. I might point out, too, for all you sports fans out there, that Kamala's alma mater, Howard University, is going to be joining the KU Jayhawks Monday night
Whoa.
at Allen Fieldhouse.
Really? Well,
So we'll see how that goes. Now, my feeling is if Howard University wins that ball game, it's going to be a Harris landslide. If Howard University loses the ball game, it's going to be a narrow Harris victory. But there's a chance that she'll even carry Kansas. I've been reading lately. So,
for real?
well, yeah, for real. We'll see how that goes.
You want to bet on that?
We'll see that.
I'll bet you. I will bet you a bag of popcorn against a.
Would you like
Against
some Nero
a,
gum?
I'll bet you a bag of popcorn against a mocha from the coffee vendor of your choice. Now, I got this at Starbucks at
Bringing in that woke coffee.
But we like the little coffee house over here on 29th Street. So if you're
Dialogue.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he feels at home there.
So if you win, that's where we can go to buy you a mocha or a caffeinated beverage of your choice.
Well, so
Once again, that's Howard University against KU Monday night. Remember, you heard it here first on Facebook Live. Now, our studio guests here in the Glass Houses studio are a couple of entrepreneurs who are getting into. I shouldn't say
they've
getting
been
into
in it.
because they've been in this business for quite a while.
Yes, we have.
And as the weather gets a little colder and people start spending more time indoors with their television sets, what do you need more of? Popcorn. That's what. So we're here to fill the popcorn gap in people's residential viewing habits.
Let's break it out. Let's get it.
Let's introduce
So
our
anyway,
guests.
here we got so many shows going, but we're
Which one
live
do you want
here.
me facing?
You can face wherever you want. But this is Dr. Shar and Dennis.
Dr. Shar and
And
Dennis.
I met them when I was trying to keep White Lake Mall alive.
Yes. Yep.
I kept telling the people back then, I said, the parts are worth more than the sum. And finally, they let me sell mainline printing, or the Sears in 9 acres, and then the taco deal that I had done. But
That was Taco John's. Right?
tell them about how hard it was to deal with me.
Oh my God! It was extremely easy.
Easy.
Very easy. He was really. He was a sweetheart.
You guys made my day the other day, just calling me out of the blue, because I'll tell you something, running for office is not, it's not easy, because there's a lot of this personal thing, when somebody supports the other guy, they don't like you, you know what I mean?
I know.
And there's a lot of people, very powerful people in this community that you want them to like you, but some days you can't be friends with everybody.
I've met a few of those people.
Well, plus,
They're asking me, why are you supporting that guy?
why are you?
Well, how about if you answer that question? But actually, we're here to talk with Dr. Shar
Oh, look at him. He's getting out of it.
and
You gotta
Dennis
admit, he's good.
about. Well, we're talking about popcorn.
Look at all this stuff.
Caramel cheese, green apple,
Yeah, let's talk about the
Cinnamon.
flavors here.
We got cheese, caramel, green apples, and cinnamon. And they're Doc.
Oh well, yeah, we have a lot more flavors, guys. It's just this is what we brought out today for Henry and his guests, for his team rather, and we're going basically this business is going to expand. I retired 2 years ago, so now I have all the time in the world to really grow it to the way that we wanted it to grow originally 2 decades ago. So I'm going to be doing popcorn samplers, 18-pack cheese samplers, and we're going to be doing bags and cans. We're gonna reach out to the corporations. That's what I really want to really connect with is the various corporations across the United States. We don't want to just stay in Kansas, just move it out. And we want to do connect with the schools and connect with individuals. And a major part of our business is fundraising. So because we believe that people who start small business, they need funding. Okay.
Boy, you want to talk about fundraising. Kevin Cook out fundraised me by $12,000.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Did he really?
Yeah, he out fundraised me by $12,000.
That's a lot of popcorn.
That's not a lot, though, is it?
And I'm spending my Whataburger commission to fund my campaign.
Oh wow.
And the people that should be supporting economic development.
Speaking of Whataburger,
Yes, sir.
my friend and I were over there yesterday because my friend had some questions for
Chick-fil-A?
no AT&T. There's an AT&T store right by where your Whataburger is going to be. Anyway, she says she's ready to pitch a tent on the future site of Whataburger just to make sure that she's the first person there.
Okay.
for
Tell
when
her
they
she's
open.
got to
When-
give me an insurance policy.
Oh,
Holds
well,
me harmless during her stay.
Oh. Oh.
And plus, we want to make sure she doesn't squat. No squatters' right.
Okay, we've got Patty signing in from Montana. We got Joe down there in Florida, and Jeffrey's up in Iowa. Want to say hi to Dave here in Topeka. So once again, Facebook Live is transcontinental, and
We're worldwide because I'm going out on X to 20,000
for those
people.
for those
Oh,
long,
yeah.
cold
I hear you.
Montana nights, you probably want some Blisstown Popcorn creations in your house.
There are a lot of nice people out there on X.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
there really are.
Cool. Well, you know what? All they have to do is give us a call. I can give them my telephone number.
You can do whatever you
Okay.
want.
785.
It's your show.
Oh, well, thank you. 785-917.
Don't you feel comfortable in the
I do.
glass
I
house
really
and
do.
studio?
785
917
917 6967.
6967. You
if
got
you
that, Patty?
And if you leave a name and what you're calling for, then we'll give you a call back. Or we are revamping our website, but we do have our own ministry website, and it's called.
Now, can you get donations on that?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So can you do sales for your popcorn?
I don't have it set up yet, but
I'll help you set it up.
Oh, what?
Yeah, just for old time's sake.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, because I
Wow.
do have an internet company.
Oh, okay.
Patty wants the telephone number
But,
again, so I'm going to say it again.
BTWlife.com.
785
That's my website.
917
Yeah, and we
Wow.
revamping it so we can.
I'll help you.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
This is
Wow, thank you.
Because no matter what happens on Wednesday,
Mhm.
my job
on Wednesday.
just begins. Yeah, Wednesday you wake up and you got a whole new plan.
Yeah.
It starts on Wednesday.
Yeah, it starts on Wednesday.
Starts on Wednesday. Okay.
I'm not going to stay up after the polls close.
Oh,
Wait till you see our next guest
Uh-huh.
is really going to be a cool dude because we've got a citizens committee that we're
Yeah.
starting.
Oh.
Yeah, and the citizens committee is 5 years. What would you call it? Like in arrears.
Mhm.
Kind of like the taxes out on Lawrence Bay.
Oh God.
Kind of like probably what it will be like to own a hotel. You should have taken the first offer. But
Oh, yeah. Okay.
yeah, sometime you need some coffee. Here, why don't you try some Nero gum?
I have coffee.
All right.
I have a mocha.
It's a narrow
Oh, he
gum.
has gum. He says.
Have you ever had Nero gum?
Is
You
it
want to
good?
try one?
Yeah. let's
This
try
is
it.
what Joe Rogan hands out to his people.
It's good.
It's legit.
Who's Joe Rogan?
Oh,
Joe Rogan.
He's got.
He's a big time podcast host.
Oh yeah, big
really?
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, back to the story here. Back when I was doing White Lakes, they walked in the office and they go, "When?" And I just basically went like this. You know, what's the rent? And I go, what can you afford?
Yeah.
You said $100, and I said, okay. Isn't that how it happened?
Yeah.
$100.
How much did you pay?
I know. Oh, well, I don't want to tell anybody about what we paid, but it was really,
Reasonable.
really
And helpful.
reasonable.
And expand.
It was crazy.
Well,
it was crazy cheap.
So it was a little more than $100.
Of course
Yeah,
it was.
yeah. But it was. Believe me, it was worth it.
Do you remember Above All Bookstores?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Down there.
Hers was $250. Did you pay more than her?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did.
Oh shoot.
What? She had more space than us.
Yeah, we were small.
Oh, you put it out there.
Sorry about that. Excuse me a second.
Yeah.
What's he doing? Is he abandoning? Is he abandoning
No,
the microphone?
I'm not. I just wanted to get my coffee.
This college.
As,
Oh man! So Above All,
he's eloping from the interview.
above. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. I'll make it up to you.
But we thought it was
Above all
it
ocean.
was reasonable. It was real reasonable as far as we're concerned.
Yeah, sure.
So you're not-
It's a good
Is she
story.
still in business?
I think they last time, I don't know, still over at this Antioch place, Antioch Church.
Yeah.
In
See,
Indiana, I was last time I noticed about, it was about 8 years ago.
Now
And
is that the Antioch Church down on?
Indiana, 21st.
Washington.
Yeah. From the area,
Antioch Baptist?
Are they still there?
Down there on
Yeah.
Washington.
They still there.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen them in a while.
Isn't there an Antioch Church also down there just off of Adams?
No, it's over there by,
think we're-
it's close to 6th Street.
Probably
Back
talking about the
east,
same
back-
place.
Yeah, it's two different ones. There's the center on Indiana over there on 21st.
And they bought the old grade school.
And the the grade school. And then there's the church over there off 6th Street over there, off Brenner. Where you to Brenner.
Well, anyway, what I love about these people is like, because like during the campaign, you know, I'm a sensitive man, you know,
Yeah,
believe it or not.
Yeah.
And like I'm feeling all, you know, you get all in your feelings, and all of a sudden you reach out to me and remind me of something good I did a long time ago.
Help. Big help.
We did a lot of incubator deals.
Yeah.
And
very
I
good.
think there was a jeweler that got started there, Donaldson's Jewelers.
Johnson Jewel. Okay.
Yeah, they're still in business.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and just there was a better use of White Lakes than just having the door shut.
Right. It
Yeah.
was. It was. Actually, it was. And see, and they took, when they pushed all those businesses out, it really, you know, and then I guess the traffic, you know, it was a cozy place for you to go.
Well,
And
I
it-
tried to get the mainline printing guy to buy it. It was I needed $400,000 to fix the roof.
Mhm.
I flew up to Midwest Coating to get bids on a new roof, and yeah, he just focused on the printing business. I wasn't mad at him,
Right.
you know, but I said, you're going to want to buy this thing
Mhm.
because you're going to want to control it.
Well, retail is still finding some headwinds.
Oh, retail and the food
Look
business
at
is
this,
really going to be.
This headline from Tuesday's paper.
Right.
University Flowers closing doors and moving online.
Oh wow!
Wow.
So if y'all want to pounce on this location,
No, they need more
they'll
flex
be-
space. That's
Huh?
too much. That's too prominent. They just need something with some elbow room.
This all, this,
You know
like 10th and Topeka,
No.
5,590 square feet of elbow room.
And how much rent do you want out of that a month? Well, here let's put a call out to the people. What we really need is something.
I had people in there the other day from
People.
your friends in the Greater Topeka Partnership.
Oh well, good.
Your good friends in the Greater Topeka Partnership.
Map of Barnett.
They were so excited to see your campaign signs. in
Was
the
he
window.
were they? Was he wearing his bow tie?
We don't support that guy.
The Greater Topeka Partnership should be supporting Henry McClure.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm spending my Whataburger commission, and they're trying to keep a lawyer in business. That you know, if you're as good as your last deal, we got that lawsuit that's going to the Court of Appeals. That could cost the Shawnee County taxpayers $7 to $11 million.
Wow.
Oh.
I've asked.
Wait a minute. What lawsuit's that?
It's over the revenue neutral where they violated the Open Meetings Act.
The Shawnee County Commission did?
Yes.
Well, shame on them.
Yeah, Kevin's a
And
lawyer.
who's going to pay for it if the county commission loses?
Taxpayers.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay,
The
Dennis.
proceeds out of these
Good
popcorn
information.
sales.
Dennis and Dr. Shar, are you ready to write a check today
We are ready to
To
write
help-
it.
to help
But no,
settle, help settle this litigation?
but let's talk about
Can we-
a
wait.
real estate deal. What do you really need for your business? Let's find you a spot on the show.
Let's also remember. Do you remember Caw Valley Pottery in White Lakes? That's where
Caw
Patty
Valley
says she
Pottery.
worked
Oh yeah.
in the late 70s.
Okay. I thought, yeah.
Was that the Jepson
No.
family?
No, we came after the '70s. And they was probably gone when we got McClure.
Yeah,
We came-
Mace Rich owned it back then, probably.
In the 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What up, honey?
He was
I didn't mean to interrupt, but when people,
Isn't that gum good? Do you
You
feel
chewing
that?
the gum like
Is
is
it-
that gum really
You
good?
feel a little
It's
kick
good
of
gum,
it?
man.
Yeah.
Hook me up.
Yeah, it's got some caffeine in
Oh,
it.
does it? Oh, I may want to take one of those.
you know, it's good
You
stuff.
gotta
I
taste
took-
that. Yeah, that's some real.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
some
wanna chew it
good.
on television.
What?
Well, he
was
needs
chewing,
a head
he
of
was
it.
really getting that.
I already had some.
Yeah, you get a little bump.
Oh my
I
God.
bought some of their
Oh,
nuts.
God. Yeah, I give me some
What,
of that.
what you can tell, what it does is
Wow.
it turns a normally placid environment into something resembling a Robert Altman movie, where, you know, those old Robert Altman movies where
No.
everybody's talking all at once,
Oh, that's our show.
Oh yeah.
That is our show.
Yeah.
like Nashville. Remember that movie?
Nope.
McCabe and Mrs. Miller,
Nope.
Buffalo Bill and the Indians.
Nope.
I
Paul
remember
Newman?
those.
I watched-
Paul Newman as
I
Buffalo
met
Bill?
Paul
Are you
Newman.
kidding me?
I met Paul Newman, and as men go, he had the deepest blue eyes I've ever seen. And you know, I'm secure in my manhood. I could say that, but he met him down in Long Beach at a restaurant called La Opera.
La Opera.
Yeah, because he was in there for the auto racing. You know, they do that Le Mans right there
Oh, yeah,
in
he's big on that. auto
Long
racing.
Beach.
There were rumors for a while that he was going to buy a house in Topeka
I asked him that.
because of,
I said, I'm from Topeka because of
because of
Heartland.
Heartland.
Yeah. He goes, Henry, if I owned half the stuff that people think I own, he goes, I wouldn't be working.
Oh wow.
But he was really a nice guy. He sat down with me
Uh-huh.
and took a minute. You know what I mean? But to get a minute of Paul Newman's time, that was cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And we
How
looking.
long ago was that?
And we looking like say he.
That would have been 1980, 1990.
Wow, that's good.
So once again, if you're getting ready to
You remember
hunker
stuff like
down,
Uh,
hunker
yeah, I
down for
would
the
too.
cooler fall and winter weather,
Mhm.
and need some popcorn
Yeah.
while you're watching your movies at home, we have our studio guests.
the Robert Altman movies that
Uh,
he likes.
we have Dennis
And this bag.
and Dr. Shar here.
If you're just doing a party and you want something just like this and you
Yeah.
can fill this up, it's real reasonable. I'm telling you, it can feed about 100
Bag
people.
o' popcorn.
A bag of popcorn.
Bag o'
but-
party.
Bago. That's
Well,
what
bag
I
o',
like
yeah.
that.
Party
All
popcorn.
right, yeah.
Get your
Yeah.
And it's all air popped.
Air pop.
It's
pop.
air popped.
Yeah, air pop popcorn. You get a bag this big for the weekend. You watch the football game or
It's tasty
hanging
and
out with the
it's-
fellas and all that. Everybody can, you know.
Get ready for some popcorn.
And if they just like air pop with no
No,
all
we give
natural.
that too. We
Get your
give that too.
Blisstown Popcorn Creations party pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big sack full of a variety. This would make a good thing for trick or treaters.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
We got that little small one for trick or treat.
Yeah.
We got these cinnamon.
I want to say hi to Leroy
Snacks,
and Bradford
snacks
and
Yeah, do you have trick-or-treaters at your house?
and
Get out your checkbook.
They've been trick or treating for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They have been?
Yeah.
They coming early?
Oh yeah.
They know where you live.
Leroy, Sue. Lots of folks are dialing in this morning on
Green
mine.
apple.
Oh, hey, what now? What is
That's
this?
green apple there.
Yeah.
That
one might
taffy.
get you pulled over.
Yeah, taffy. You tradition, you will love it. Yeah. We yeah, this is good.
Once again, this is Facebook Live. We are in the Glass House Studios with Henry McClure and Dennis and Dr. Shar.
So let's talk
and they are
about-
with Blisstown Popcorn Crew. Just
Let's
to
talk
establish
about
that
getting the
context here.
popcorn out of your house and into a building somewhere.
Yeah.
In their house
You
and
need
your
to have a
house.
sink
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
some electric.
Yeah, like we did last time.
Yeah, you don't need a vent.
It's
air pop.
It's air pop. We don't need a vent.
You
No.
need a place for
Well,
some.
we do have a professional. All our equipment is professional, guys.
Yeah.
So
But it's not-
it
so
cost
you
me a
get-
lot of money during that time. because we went through Chamber of Commerce.
We are members of Chamber of Commerce.
You are still?
No, I'm not, but I still got my equipment. I was getting ready to sell my equipment.
And all them, it's like,
but we decided not to sell it.
No, I mean, I'm not against them, I just think they should support a guy that helps bring business deals in.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's what we need in
Hey, I made some money off of them. I sold them some land 18 years ago, and they still haven't done anything with it. But I made my money, so I should just shut up, huh?
So
you willing to help people? That's what
I am.
So you mentioned,
and you are people.
Yeah.
You mentioned a
I am
big,
people. He is people.
And that's a real.
you mentioned a big ongoing
I love you
lawsuit
guys.
involving
I really
the
do.
county.
Yes, it's a real.
Did- On the front page of this morning's newspaper, which I don't have with me,
Right.
the city council just settled a discrimination lawsuit against a former human resources director for like $397,000.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So Ken Corbett brought forward a lawsuit,
Mhm.
and it's
He's running for the House.
yes, he's a representative now,
Mhm.
and Robert Tuck Duncan is the lawyer, and
Duncan is helping Corbett.
yeah,
Okay,
Robert Tuck Duncan,
right.
and so now it's at the Court of Appeals
Oh, what was the original verdict then?
in favor of Corbett.
Okay, and the county then is probably the ones doing the appealing.
You know, I don't know that. I don't know. That's a good question. Hey, Ken. Well, I don't have. I'm not. If Ken Corbett's watching you, I'll get that answer later.
Okay.
I think I've posted it up on my Facebook.
Right.
I've got the statutes
So
and
what's
stuff.
at stake here? What are we playing with?
11-7. Well, I've asked Kevin. I've called him
Who
twice
Mhm.
because I want to know what the exposure is of that lawsuit. I got a mailer of his, and I mean he's done everything but part the waters of the Kaw River.
Mhm.
I mean he's done. He did the Expo Center, and he's brought millions of jobs and all this.
Oh, is he taking credit for the?
Everything.
Is he taking credit for the purchase during COVID of another office building that the county didn't need at 7th and Quincy? Is he taking
But
credit
he's
for
not
that?
taking credit for the lawsuit.
Uh-huh.
You gotta, you gotta take the downside with the upside.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, Dennis and Dr. Shar, as long as we've got you writing
Yeah.
checks, let's see, we've got them committed so far to the lawsuit check.
Talk to me about your doctor.
How's that going?
degree.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got my doctor's degree. Probably about 10 years ago.
Okay.
And it's in Christian counseling.
Oh, good. We
and-
need some of that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, actually, I got that degree for myself actually because I got my 2 degrees. My bachelor's is in organizational management and development, and I got that from River Forest and that from Chicago rather. Then I got my master's in rehabilitation counseling. So those 2 degrees are for just secular. When you know what secular means.
Yeah.
Secular, yeah.
Yeah, and so then my doctor's really for my personal use. I mean, just for my personal life.
Okay.
For my ministry.
Mhm.
It's for me to help people to understand life, to navigate through life. Because life is tough, for a lot of people, even though they're in the church. So my goal is to help people get through life.
You know what I did yesterday?
What?
I went over to Grace Cathedral,
Uh-huh.
and I had the whole church to myself. That's a big.
Oh.
And I just spent some time in there.
Yeah.
I lit a candle.
Yeah.
There are prayers in those walls for me.
Wow.
My mom and dad used to go there
What?
after the war.
What?
And then my dad was the lawyer for the church and formed St. David's.
Oh, my
So in
goodness.
about 55, we moved from Grace Cathedral over. And so my mom and dad adopted 3 kids before they had me.
Oh,
So for 20 years, they were practicing. And then look what popped out. You know?
Wow.
So
Now we need to say hi to Billy and
I
to
know
Michelle and
that
to
my mom
John
loved kids.
Really?
joining
Yeah.
us on Facebook Live.
But 20, how many years later?
20 years later,
Wow.
there's a lot of things you could say, but I'm not going to say it.
it.
I'm always trying to make fun of something. But yeah, we need
Well,
we
as
need
far as
God in our life.
That's right. Yeah.
And you know what? We need God in our lives because He's the one that can give you that peace that in the midst of all the turmoil that's around you.
Yeah.
And your prayers help align your soul and help you get in alignment and connected with that divinity, with that divine God.
And so
that's what your prayers help you do.
What you did for me was like having you reach out from my past and kind of like shake me.
Yeah.
And you know what? You helped me back then.
Yeah.
And I appreciate
we
that.
helped you back then?
Yeah.
You helped us back then.
Yeah, but you helped me because you're helping me today.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
It's, I think that's divine.
But I just didn't want to see the asset go to waste.
Right.
Why just have all these buildings here
Mm-hmm.
and all these spaces, and let's just put some people in there. Doesn't matter what we make.
Yeah.
Sorry you paid more than above all, but
it helped us.
We'll work that out.
It got that was the break we needed, and that's why I believe in divine favor. I believe that God will connect you with people. So
that's been my whole beef with Lawrence Bay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so much the back taxes, which that's criminal, but the fact that there's all these roads out there and sewer and water, and it's just sitting there going to waste.
Right.
Are the sewer lines actually already there?
Water and sewer to those spaces.
Wow.
Now where is this at now?
Lawrence Bay. It's out there by Lake Sherwood. It's west.
Oh, the
West.
nice area.
Oh yeah, the nice area. We call it the nice area.
Yeah, the nice area.
Go to 41st and Lincolnshire and go straight south on Lincolnshire,
Oh yeah.
and you'll come to the beautiful Lawrence Bay subdivision
Oh,
And
wow.
just so
with the
Much-
lavishly appointed Lawrence Way street, on which reside some of the more affluent Lawrence Bay residents.
that are big supporters of the Greater Topeka Partnership.
Shut up. Walked right into that one.
Yeah, thank you.
So what's the reason? I mean, you've been here for 4 decades.
I would
generations.
like to know. I would like to know the business model that created that complex of abandoned streets, sewers, and water lines in the first place.
The real problem is how we do benefit districts. And we need to redo. See, if we had the citizens committee that we're going to work on, we as a community can say, look, we're all going to get behind this development, okay? And we're going to put the streets and the roads in, and we're all for it. It's not just one developer at a time, but the community says, yeah, we want to grow our population. But what they did eventually was they ran the original developer out of town. And once he gets run out of town, then there's all this turmoil.
The original developer was a gentleman named Gene Yanni.
And
Just
so
so you know.
then you really got to start
what did
looking
they do exactly to run him out of town.
Well,
Do we want to
not right now.
Okay.
Not you know.
I think Dennis and Dr. Shar, they're sitting there wondering, well, now, are we going to get run out of town?
Oh no.
We're going to make somebody jealous with our popcorn? Are they
We ought to
coming
do
for us?
what we're supposed to do and find them a real estate deal. That's what we do for a living.
Well, I can put you into a pop-up store mode at 10th and Topeka for about $50 a day.
Why not do a Christmas store there?
That would be a pretty good idea, really.
Absolutely. Let's do a Christmas store. Just take a percentage of sales.
Yeah.
Would you go down for 10% of sales?
Of course.
There you go.
Now, where is this at?
Blisstown Popcorn Creations.
Okay.
Coming
That's in
soon to the corner of
Well, there's
10th.
a really nice
and
store
Topeka.
down there, the Crystal
Oh,
Shop,
Yeah, what is that store?
the Glass Creations.
Yeah. That's
That lady, I love that
Is
lady.
she still there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
They're really nice people, right across from Walgreens. You know the new building that went up there
Yeah, right there.
that got built before Pizza could even get a permit, but that's another story too. Well, anyway,
Come to state building.
I know we're just
Let me put this phone number up here again.
Yeah.
Get your Blisstown Popcorn Creations party pack.
so we're gonna do.
Call
we're gonna promote this.
785-917-6967. This bag that Dennis is holding could actually be full of popcorn for you and all your friends.
Okay, it's your show. What do you want to say? We're gonna wrap it up and get on. We got a citizen show coming up.
Yes, sir. We just want to say we thank you. First of all, Henry McClure, just for allowing us to come in and share our business with you. It's been great. We needed this too. This is a great opportunity for us just to get back out in the public again. and to meet great people, and to meet people that's running in this politics.
Guy asked me what are you running for? I
Well,
said my life. He goes, you better run fast.
So, but that's great. I mean, and I'm glad that we had opportunity just to come and just to hear you guys talk about the history about Topeka. We only been in Topeka for since 1999. So my parents came here in 19.
Now, where were you before?
In Chicago.
So do you know David Banks?
Yeah.
He's from Chicago.
Yeah, Banks. Yeah, I know Banks.
Oh, the Banks family.
Yeah,
Oh,
Banks
yeah.
family.
Yeah, do you know that David went to a school in Chicago from first grade through high school,
Yeah,
a one-room school
that's what we do
in
there.
Chicago.
That's what we do then.
Yes, we do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had that in Chicago.
Too many people.
Why they don't have that here?
No,
There's too many people.
So when Prince said, we're going to party like it's 1999,
you showed up.
you guys said, okay, no, we're not going to party. We're going to move to Topeka.
It was only supposed to be for 3 years though.
Then we just got.
That would be cool if we did the Christmas deal.
Let's think about that.
Yeah, let's think about it.
Cindy needs to promise to come to our store if we open one up down there. That's one of my
Who's
Facebook
Cindy?
Live viewers. So what part of Chicago were y'all in? You might.
Who's on the west side?
West side.
Well, that's the tough
All
side of
around the
Chicago.
Bulls Stadium and
How'd you get out of there?
Jordan and we
That was-
moved each way.
It was a nice side. We was right across the street between Oak Park.
in Chicago.
Yeah, you know anything about Oak Park?
Like,
No.
Shawnee
Okay,
County.
well, it's a good side.
You
You know,
see the
okay,
good
you
side.
go across the street, you're in Oak Park.
The rich folks
and you
is on
cross
this
the street
side,
in
we was on the
Chicago.
other side, goes the
Well, we was on
borderline.
the borderline. It was a good side.
This side. But
It's
still,
called
you
the
know,
Austin area, but we
it
was
was
right
Austin,
there.
yeah.
Austin.
Yeah.
So what percentage of your lives do you calculate you spent driving on the Dan Ryan Expressway?
Oh my goodness. You will never get off. A car break down there, you be stuck there to the
Oh
mall.
my God, it's crazy.
Millions of people on the highway come home from work. You have to leave. Actually, you have to leave at least 2 hours every day before you go to get to work.
Oh,
You have to
man.
be up-
That's worse than LA.
Yeah, in the wintertime, you better leave 4 hours.
Holy cow.
Because you'll be
But we
late for
wasn't.
work.
But we were so used to it.
Well, you got used
We
to
didn't
it.
realize how bad it was until we came
You
here.
know, in,
It was like,
we got
what?
spoiled. We got spoiled. I can get here, I can get there, and get out places.
Topeka is like 15 minutes everywhere. It's 15 minutes.
exactly.
I mean,
That's
when it's
what-
peaceful, it's a clean city. You got to think of that.
Topeka is.
I mean, when it comes to, because we seen a lot of our coming was a lot of broken glass, stuff abandoned cars, run down buildings. And some of these areas that were nice, but behind it was the areas that they did,
They didn't show it to the public.
And then now, 20 something years later, the investors then moved everything, moved everybody out to the suburbs where it's flooding. And they took over everything. The city now, they got condos, they got places there,
Yeah.
everything. They just buying crazy though.
Yeah.
And then the rents there is like sky.
It's
It's
crazy.
ridiculous.
There was
Yeah, that's what you call it, regentrification. Yeah, they took over.
Gentrification.
Regentrification.
Yeah, they took over everything. It's like wow. Yeah, so people are
They
like
did. It's-
complaining. They're complaining right now. They want to go back to their communities, but the
can't afford it.
the
They can't afford it.
Yeah, and these people, they live there for like 50, 40 years, and they get kicked out. Some investors coming in, buying them out, but
everything.
they shouldn't be able to do that because those people been there before. I mean, there wasn't no problem there. There was working taxpayer people. They just get kicked out.
this.
All right.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you. Let's go back to this one last real estate question.
I want to say hi to my friend
What would
Pat
be your
Recob.
budget for the elbow room deal? Because we just need to find some space that's extra. What would be fair? So we'll just know.
I don't know.
Throw it out there.
No, I don't want to.
No, it'd be just like White Lakes. We'll find somebody that wants to play along.
What is this, Shark Tank?
Yeah. Oh, did you see what they did to the Nero gum guys? That Mr. Wonderful ain't so wonderful.
Really?
Yeah, he was mean to these people. They didn't like his offer, and then they ended up making millions on their own without Shark Tank.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't
I like
need
those
Shark
kind of
Tank.
stories.
No, it's like we don't need the Greater Topeka Partnership around here.
Well, all right.
We're looking at which. Well, tell me,
Henry wants a number.
We did the same place you was in White Lakes, but then like a little more 200 feet of that.
All right.
250 feet of that. So you
Got
think
that?
about that little building was
Yeah, yeah.
a little spot was in. I guarantee, yeah, it'd be just okay.
All right, we'll do it.
Did that make sense, Henry?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Now look, I got to tell you, we got to go on
I
to the
know.
next
Okay,
show.
okay.
We got our guests out here.
Yeah.
Can we do this again?
Yes, we
Sure.
can. Yeah.
After you win, okay?
Oh, I love you.
After
Yeah.
you win.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But
And
anytime.
we got a lot of people.
And
that
let's-
knows you amongst, a bunch of people that's, so we putting our word out, and they.
Next time you see Joyce Banks, tell her how
Mm,
nice I was to y'all.
Okay, we will.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Blisstown
Yeah, I
Popcorn
don't think many
Creations.
people knew about that, but it was it was God ordained because
Yeah.
really it was 2 decades ago, almost precisely the same time. Because we moved into that building in December
Oh man,
of what was
it's
it?
divine
It
intervention.
was.
It
You
is.
cannot tell me that it's not.
Yeah.
It's 2 decades ago.
Well, thank you for being
Well,
on the
thank you
show.
for having us, and we appreciate it. For real, guys.
All right.
Henry McClure, Shawnee County Commission.
Hey, I love you guys.
Hey,
Thank
District
you.
2.
Hey, get out and vote.
Get out and vote.
All right.
And call
I love you guys.
785-917-6967.